Hey, Moral Gamers, we're back. We're taking a look at PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. This is for this PlayStation 3 and Sony Vita. Now, what's better than a free game? If you buy the PlayStation 3 version, you get the Vita version for free. Who can argue with that? That's going to be awesome. So let me address the elephant in the room, because everyone knows Nintendo has this franchise out there. They call it something like, Super Smash Brothers. And essentially it's a collection of characters from some of their favorite games and put together in a brawl-style scenario. Now, there's a vast difference between what PlayStation All-Stars is doing and Super Smash Brothers. First up, they actually have variety. Super Smash Brothers is, let's take everyone from Mario, which includes Donkey Kong because he appears in a lot of Mario games. Let's take everyone we can from Zelda. Wait a minute, that's Zelda, Link, Ganondorf, and let's take as many Star Fox, as many characters. They basically just took a handful of characters from, a handful of series, pulled some characters from them, and made a roster. That's all they did. But then you have PlayStation All-Stars, which has 20 unique games represented here. 20 unique games. The only crossover in the original 22 characters is Cole McGrath, because Cole McGrath has two versions of him, a light Cole and a dark Cole. And if you're a fan of Infamous 2, he gets fire powers from Nyx, and that's kind of on the dark side type stuff, whereas from Quo, he gets the ice powers if you're playing more the light side. The powers play out differently, but the base attacks for Cole when you're using just the light attacks are about the same. But that's another place where the game varies, because instead of having 2 attack buttons, you have 3. This means that you now have 12 attack moves instead of Smash Bros. 8. The heavy attacks are going to be more of your special moves. These ones leave you open for a little bit, and you're susceptible to attack, counterattack, whatever. If you're using a medium attack, depending on the character, it could be a special move, or it could be something along the lines of just a hard hit. Your light attacks are always going to be the jabs, always going to be the quick hits to set up combos. How you mix and match these attacks determines how many points you can score, and how quickly you can build your super meter. And that is another difference, because the super meter itself is unique to PlayStation All-Stars. In Super Smash Bros., you have to knock people off the arena. And if someone, say, like in Kraid's arena, where he's always spinning Brimstar, if somehow you happen to fall off, you get a suicide point. I just lost. Crap. But in PlayStation All-Stars, you can't fall off. You can't fall off anything. And even if you do, they just place you back in the center of the stage, and you're dizzy for a little bit, which leaves you open to hit, but hey, you don't get penalized points. It's awesome. The way you do earn points, though, is by filling up a super meter. Now, you have 3 levels of your super meter. The first level is going to be basically an attack for the guy in front of you, maybe the guy behind him. Second level, people in the immediate vicinity. The third level is your pwn attack. When you launch this off, you get to totally tear into everyone on the screen as much as you can catch them. So you have to be very strategic about using these, because while your level 1 is easy to build up and your level 2 gets a few more people in there, level 3 is where it's at, and you can rip into as many opponents as possible for about 10 seconds is usually how long these last. Another thing that's wonderful about this game is if you watch the backgrounds here, they're doing a lot of blending. I mean, in Hades God of War, what the heck are the Patapon doing back there? Absolutely bizarre, but it works because they're representing more than just the single game in their levels, which adds more creative design. One of the problems with this game that I will note, though, is unlike Smash Brothers, there's not much here. The game focuses on the verses. It throws in a story mode, which sounds, yeah, good and everything, but basically it just pits you fighting through a series of set fights, and then at the end you fight a super boss that basically throws clones of characters you've already fought at you. And when you beat the clones, you basically beat the super boss, so it's not that interesting. However, Sony really has given a lot of love to this multiplayer thing. They have a tournament for online, and the tournament is basically prestige points, where you get a lot of your rating points. And as far as versus goes, I'm surprised, but it's awesome that they have cross-play capability. This means if you're on your PS Vita, you can sit there and you can actually play against people who are on the PlayStation. You can play against anyone, no matter what system they have this for, which is really a step forward, and I'd like to see more of this happening in the game realm. So the question is, how does this game stack up? From a gamer standpoint, I love it. It's a pretty solid title. It keeps the fun factor. I do wish they had some of the levels like they did in Super Smash Brothers, where you'd actually, like, say, go through a level as Fox McCloud, be able to shoot up some Goombas with your blaster, and come out there and get time for however long it takes you to beat that level. None of that exists here, and it's kind of a downfall. However, what is here in the Versus feels more robust and feels more of an attraction. The availability of other people online makes this game definitely a draw for PlayStation owners. And the array of characters available, from Dante to Big Daddy. I mean, they even threw in Parappa the Rapper, if anyone remembers him. You know, Mr. Kick, Punch, all in the mind, you know, whatever. It's great. They did a lot, and they're even throwing new content in pretty much monthly now. Upcoming, we're going to see Zeus from God of War, and we're going to see Isaac from Dead Space added. From a moral standpoint, this game is, it's a brawler, okay? If you have issues with violence, if you have issues with martial arts combat, or just combat in general, yeah, you're going to have some issues with this game. I don't perceive it being like a Power Ranger or something, making kids violent or whatever. But the game definitely is a brawler, so do what you do there. Also, there are characters from more mature games represented here. While it's not representing them in a way that puts this game as a mature game, it certainly is characters that, you know, maybe your kids will ask, well, hey, Mom, can I play God of War? I liked playing as Kratos in PlayStation All-Stars. Well, no. You might not want to let your kids be going on to some of those games, especially if they're you know, under 10 or stuff like that. Still, I play this with my kids. It's basically a family-friendly brawler all over. So I do recommend this from a moral standpoint.
3,